Good morning, world. Good morning, world. Good morning. I'm Cynthia Harrison from the Academy of Conscious Evolution and presently sitting in the House of Unconditional Love. And today's teaching is another Foundations of Presence, but today it is or will be about the body's wisdom. So if you would like to join us, let me just make sure we're all here. If you would like to join us, stick around and I'll take you through the practice. I'm not sure why that isn't streaming. Anyway, I guess we're live on Instagram. And so I'll just trust the process if the rest is working or not, because I cannot see you, cannot see anybody today. So these practices are from the Ascend Journal, which is a 42-day practice reflection program. And I'm just sharing parts of it with you because I think they're very productive processes. So if you are watching, I've got the chat on now. Let me know where you're watching from, because I can't find that we're streaming, but obviously we are if you're watching. So if you're watching from Facebook or YouTube, just pop it in the chat so that I can see. And we're going to do a short practice. Did you see yesterday's? Yesterday's practice was the ground of being, which was around presence in a slightly different way. If we don't have presence, if we are not aware of, I was talking about this morning, it's like it's not distraction. People would often feel that I'm distracted. I'm far from distracted. I'm acknowledging everything in and around me. Just like yesterday's practice on presence, which was to breathe, touching the body, a hand at the heart, maybe a hand at the belly, and just noticing the breath. And when the thoughts arrive, just like the birds just did now, can you hear them? That's not distraction. That's me being present with unconditional love, which is in everything. And noticing as I start to speak and commune with you, that nature is communing with us as well. And it's not like if I went and walked away from the camera and started speaking to the birds and sat with them and whatnot, and totally forgot that I was streaming here, right? But I'm here in presence, in my body, in my energy, aware of the extension of myself, which is the nature and the things around me. Technology is purely an extension of our hands, our abilities. Just like a tool, a hammer, a screwdriver, right? These beginning tools, the axe, right? They're extensions. Why monkeys, when they first started to forage in a slightly different way using tools? Well, when human observed it, licking the stick and poking it into the anthill and then retrieving all the ants to eat. That's a tool. It's an extension. So the world is an extension of us. When the ocean is rough, it's like my hair, the curls of my hair as the waves in the ocean. Do you understand? When we are fully present to not just love and not just fear, or not just one aspect of ourselves or the other, but the emergence, unity, the emerging of the coming together. So those that feel, oh, I'm distracted, I'm being distracted, notice if your awareness, you're aware, you're awake to the fact that you are all of it. Like when you're, if a mosquito bites your ankle and you don't feel it, you don't sense it until maybe later in the evening when it starts to itch, right? You don't feel it land on you. You don't feel the shifts and changes. So presence is knowing how you are in any moment, because you are in this constant becoming. You're becoming in every moment. So in every moment, how are you? In every moment, how are you? And when that shifts, you can acknowledge or have presence to it and respond rather than react. Make a choice. You think you have a choice. Most people do not have a choice, a true choice. They have the opportunity of a bag of stuff to choose from, but the world is not held in that bag of stuff. So it's a limited choice, a limitation of the potential of what you could have access to. So it's an illusion of choice. Right? So let's get to the teaching, because we've got our inner circle shortly. The body's wisdom. So this is more of a standing meditation or practice. But your body is your primary instrument, your primary intuitive instrument. And long before the conscious mind recognizes information, your body responds energetically to the energetic and emotional data. Like I said with the mosquito, the body's inflammation and response to the drawing of the blood, that and the the immune response, if you're allergic or not allergic and whatever, right? But maybe you're not aware of it at all. Or maybe somebody says to you, oh, you got bitten. Oh, did I? I'm completely unaware. So I mean, you can extrapolate that. But the practice of tracking bodily sensations builds a vocabulary, builds your language, the meaning making for understanding intuitive signals. So today, we practice listening to the body's subtle language. And the practice for that teaching is a standing practice. So let us do this together. Okay, So we're standing and we're noticing our body. We're noticing where we are, right? We're standing with our eyes closed. So take it very slowly. And we're going to slowly rotate in a circle. And we're just going to notice, and it doesn't matter what direction. I tend to go left. It's like purging and building, right? So just noticing how you are in this body. Feet as close as feels comfortable, because, you want to have your balance until you get used to it. And just noticing, where's my posture today? Where am I? No judgment, just purely listening with the whole sensory system. And when you're ready and you've noticed any shifts in the bodily sensations, so let's just take a moment there, because, just noticing any sensation, anything you feel in the body. Maybe it's the pressure on the feet meeting the floor. Or maybe it's I'm actually moving forwards, I'm moving towards you. Okay? I can feel my arms meeting my sides. I can feel my stomach, the internal aspect of my stomach. And I feel I'm slightly swaying and moving. I can feel the breeze of the fan on my arms and the side of my head. I feel the saliva in my mouth and the taste. I notice my eyes are flicking. I noticed I just swallowed. But you may have tension, you may have pains or other indications of what's going on for you. So just taking an audit, a scan of your systems, areas of comfort or discomfort, lightness, heaviness, expansion, contraction, right? And we're just going to, from that state, that conscious state, you've just done an audit, a stock take of what's speaking in your orchestra of your system. And now you're going to move, and you're just going to move so small. Notice. Interesting, my body starts really pulsating, and then ever so slowly, notice. Okay. My body's moving. I can feel the fan on the whole side of my body now. But what's happening internally? Just noticing what's happening, how you are, and continue to move in your circle, just edging your feet slowly around, and then notice in this direction what happens. How am I? And again. And moving again. And you can do this as slowly as you wish. But you're noticing in each direction what your body, how your body responds, what's happening. Just notice. Noticing, observing, witnessing, building your intuitive language, your meaning making. And this is a foundation practice in presence for those of you who are interested in having a more intimate relationship with yourself. And with that comes abilities, wisdom, knowing. It comes through every access gateway of who you are into how you're aring. Just noticing as you turn. Just noticing. So I'm going fairly quickly just to show you. Coming full circle. And then just noticing after a full rotation, so that's one rotation. But we could go through that 3 times. And maybe you go the other way. Maybe let's go the other way and notice. Again, just going as slow to be able to scan the body. What happens when you move clockwise? What happens when you move anti-clockwise? How does your body respond? And I'm noticing more in my system going clockwise than anti-clockwise. So what I would do when I get full rotation is I would go back around in an anti-clockwise because that felt, well, I didn't feel, right? There wasn't sensation, meaning there was no fear in the body, right? This is how my body likes to move. So interesting. So we could go to where we're not feeling, where we're comfortable. Or later I could go back and investigate what's going on. And so if we understand energy and how energy moves, it may be that, where I'm standing is in between the mother and father, or the masculine and feminine ley lines on the land. It's a very sacred space. And when I move in particular ways, my body responds in particular ways. So where are you and how does your body respond? Right? So this way is more of a purging or moving or clearing. And the building of energy is turning the other way. So do 3 rotations. Standing with eyes closed, slowly rotate in one direction, noticing the bodily sensations, areas of comfort or discomfort, lightness, heaviness, contraction, expansion, whatever, just noticing. And then open your eyes and note what's in that direction that either called you or there was no sensation. So in trauma work, there are ways of using this because we're orienting for danger, for stress. And often, so energetically, let me tell you 2 ways. Energetically, there's a vivaxum where you're born. There's particular energy that brings you strength. And also where you are traumatized or the direction that trauma comes in, it can be held in the system. So by very slowly, and we can test this with, where you go strong or weak energetically. But I want you to feel, just noticing, without all this extra meaning that I just piled on. And your reflection prompt, right? What the reflection is for today is, what physical sensations arose during this practice? Did you notice any patterns in the directions that felt more or less comfortable? Comfortable doesn't mean awesome. Comfortable may mean you are not wanting to listen to what your system's trying to tell you, right? So noticing whether you are wanting to connect with that extra information. Most of us do not want to, right? So how does your body typically say yes or no in daily life? So these are the prompts. What are the physical sensations that come when you're still yet moving? So when you do the slowly rotating in those circles, where is the comfort or discomfort felt? So just journaling that. And how does your body typically signal to you a yes or a no? And your integration for today is during the conversations today, during your interactions with others today. Notice what happens in your body when you feel aligned and with what's being said. So where is the alignment? Now, what does that mean for you? Right? Because again, there's no right or wrong. It's like, when you're in alignment, does that mean you don't feel anything? Or does that mean you feel something? Or do you feel something in all of it, which you really do, you're just not aware of it, you're not conscious of it. So this is about becoming conscious of the information, the language of the body, right? Our behavior is language. Our body and our systems, our energetics, our physiology is a language. So just noticing that as an integration for today's practice. What's being said? How do you feel? Notice what happens in your body when you're aligned, or when you feel aligned with what's being said or not. Maybe you'll find something completely different versus when something feels off. When something feels off, why does it feel off? What makes it off? Does it just mean that you're feeling something that's uncomfortable and we call it off and then we try to move away from it, when in fact it's the information that really will support us and heal us if we listen with the ear of the heart. So the body's wisdom is the practice for today. And we're going to move on to our inner circle in a moment. Before we go, I want to let you know that we have the Ascend mini experience this Saturday, the 3rd of May. Can you believe we're going into May? And May for the House of Unconditional Love will be, the teachings that I'll be sharing will be around aspects of the Divine Feminine and the Mother energies and how they are woven through the ancient texts and whatnot, and how we can connect with them. On Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I'll be painting, doing a painting grace. I'm not sure exactly what yet, and maybe I will just start because it's intuitive painting, and it could be just being in the process, or it could be an image, who knows. So sign up for the Saturday's Ascend Mini, which is a 2-hour of process, probably an hour and a half of process. Like, I'll take you through 3 main processes. So whether you want to go on with anything or not, there's full-on teachings there, right? So you can come, do those teachings, see how you feel, off you go. For those of you that want something deeper, then I can give you the link for the full Ascend process program, which is over 10 months, because each piece builds on each other, and it's sequential and moves through some of these stages, right? So today and yesterday, we really just touched on the very, very basics, and building on those in the Ascend process and methodology. What else? So Wednesday, that's tomorrow. So I'll be here doing that. And you can donate if you like. There's the QR code there. You can also donate to the House of Unconditional Love for the work that's done there. We also have the shop that has the prints for the paintings that were done during Holy Week, which are like power generators. And there's journals and other apparel with those images. Those that would like the originals, they are here with me. And there's 5 of them. They are a collection, and I spoke about them yesterday. I'm actually showing you them backwards. But if you'd like any of these prints, you can go to the shop. And the last one's still on the easel, Ascend. And what else? So there's that. The Ascend journal isn't available yet. I'm sharing it with you, and there will be a process where those of you that may want to do a shorter program can come and be held in the, what do you call it, in the container, and have mentoring and whatnot. So these are just short teachings. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, if you would like more, you can, like I said, donate or show up on Saturday for the Ascend Mini experience, where we will be going deeper and building 3 parts of the methodology together to give you an experience for your awakening, spiritual consciousness, and embodied neural development. That's what Ascend stands for. So I have to go to Inner Circle. Those of you that are interested in Inner Circle, you can join. I don't have a link available, but it's $57 a month, where you get private teachings and also coaching and mentoring on basically what you would like to bring up. So, all right, I'm going to love you and leave you there, because they are waiting for me. And let me know how you experienced the teaching today. And until we meet again, may the blessings be. Let's go out with a gong. Taking a breath. I shall see you tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel. Much love.